What's going on, gamers and gamettes and everybody in between? It's your boy Black Piranha coming at you yet again with another gaming video, and we need to have this little talk. Really, gaming journalist? Yeah? Yeah? I mean, I'm turning up at Dragon Con, getting lit, being stupid, and doing all the bullshit, and yet everyone's telling me, yo, man, you didn't talk about it with Doom. You missed out with Doom. Are you going to talk about it when they did it with Cuphead? I mean, these gamer journalists is tripping. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen? I think it's time we address it. So, gaming journalists, let's face it, no one's asking you to be experts at the game, especially when these games haven't even come out yet. No one's asking you to develop the next awesome games done quick level strategy guide in which you're going to be able to shave off every individual frame. No one's asking you to break down the frame data. No one's asking you to sit here and manipulate the RNG or manipulate the AI or solve the AI's algorithms in order to get the proper enemy placement to have the craziest strats and shave off every individual frame in your speed run. No one's asking you to do any of that. But we are asking you to have some sort of basic idea or basic semblance on how a 2D platformer or a basic game like that is supposed to fucking work. But then, yet again, another gaming journalist who's been reporting on this industry for not one, but 2 damn decades gives you this shit. Basically, on-screen tutorial controls, and he sits here and fucks it up for the longest time. Now look, I don't care if you miss a jump once, twice, okay, 3 times, 4, 5, 7, 8 times, right? But when you fail the same fucking jump 25, 30, 40 fucking times, we are at a place now where there is a fucking god-awful problem. To not have a basic semblance of an idea of how to play a 2D platform in the current modern era is absolutely ridiculous, especially when you pride yourself as a head writer of a gaming coverage or gaming news site. And this is the shit that we're doing. This is your gameplay. And originally, when this video was uploaded, it was titled Cuphead's Demo Playthrough, but it's not easy. Well, of course it's not easy. No wonder you game journalists think that every game that comes out that requires you to do something harder than 2 + 2 = fucking 4 is the next Dark Souls in gaming, because you can't even get over basic jumps and follow on-screen instructions, let alone the hot nonsense and garbage that you're going to be seeing coming up in a second after he finishes the tutorial and gets to the actual first level, which I'm going to be skipping to now. Now, it starts off as any traditional platformer would, you going right, and he has the ability to shoot full fucking screen. Cuphead can shoot full fucking screen. Yet, for somehow, as someone who's supposed to have 2 decades worth of gaming knowledge, can't seem to remember the basic mechanic that running into enemies is bad. Enemies hurt you. When you touch the enemies and you touch the AI, normally you die or you take damage and there's some sort of, oh, I don't know, repercussions for your reckless actions. But you just keep doing it, and for whatever reason in a 2D platformer, you can't seem to remember that enemies typically spawn in the same areas as you progress through the level, and they remain relatively consistent. But oh, Dean Takahashi over there at Adventure just can't seem to get his shit together. What the fuck are they paying you for? Why are you the head anything at anything related to the gaming realm, let alone the industry as a whole? How? How? Now, after everyone's called you out on it and said this is bullshit, blah, 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 and said all the things that I've said, and a little bit less, you're going to sit here and say, oh, well, we're going to rename the video to Cuphead Gamescom Demo. Dean's shameful 26 minutes just because you admitted shameful after everyone's already blown you the fuck up over it with the 5k dislikes and just over 500 likes. Let's go ahead and add another dislike to that just in case we need to make sure that people just don't know how much I have a distaste for it. But really it takes you 25 minutes to get past 2 screens. 20 come on, son. Really? Come on. It's getting to a point now where I have to say that this is getting to a level of just absolutely pathetic. This is a 2D platformer, and you're fucking it up to this degree. Absolutely fucking insanity. Now, the reason why this is such a problem, and the reason why I really wanted to talk about this, isn't because I wanted to rip on this guy, shit all over this guy, and make his life living hell. Oh no, I could do that to anyone any day of the week. But the reason why I want to talk about this is because Gamescom, E3, other gaming expos like Tokyo Game Show and things of that nature are a good chance for people who are developers and new up-and-coming studios and even the AAA studios to have their games tested by the general public and people who are just average everyday gamers. From gamers who are really into the industry to gamers all the way over here on the other side of the spectrum who are just popular YouTubers who just have a basic level of understanding of video games, that play video games on a typically traditionally average level, and they are allowed to play the game for what it is, off camera, on camera, however they want to do it. But at the end of the day, it's allowing the developers to get that very much needed data and that very much needed information. They'd be like, oh, well, maybe this section is too hard. Oh, well, maybe this section, maybe we need to tweak that a little bit. Maybe we need to make this a little bit easier. Seems like a lot of people struggle. It allows them to make sure that when their game is fully released, there's bugs that can get discovered and a whole bunch of things that can make launches feel a little damper down go away. It's a good chance for these people to get an understanding of some straight up beta testing and be like, when our game finally comes out, all these expos, all these pre-alpha and demo builds and these betas have allowed us to make sure that there's no issues and our games can launch without a fucking hitch. Without a fucking hitch. But when you have people like this in the industry playing your game, what if this game becomes piss easy because a whole bunch of people are like, oh man, well, maybe this guy is really struggling. Maybe this is the average gamer now. Maybe we got to make stuff easier. You could fuck up a lot of shit. And as we've seen with a lot of these games that are in the mainstream media these days, a lot of them are so piss easy now because they expect every gamer to be just like that guy. Just like this hot garbage gobbledygook that you've seen on the screen for like the past 2.5 minutes. It's bullshit. It's nonsense. It's poppycock. And the fact is, when these games come to these showroom floors, and people get their hands on them, get to have that experience and have all that data accumulated for the developers, it allows them to understand what they need to fix, what they need to keep, and what may not be a good idea. Nobody learned anything from this. Nobody learned a goddamn thing from this outside of a head writer for a video game journalistic place. I don't even want to call them a website or a journal because they've lost all credibility as far as I'm concerned. And this is what they gave you. This. And then tried to throw it at the game's fucking feet, saying it was the game's fault because the game itself was too difficult, because the demo wasn't easy. But then, when everyone realized that the game demo was pretty easy and pretty straightforward, especially in a game where your character has a fucking full-screen pistol that can apparently go through some walls. Now, all of a sudden, it's shameful. Because it took you 26 minutes of fucking gameplay. And guess how far they got? 26 minutes. Look familiar? I think you've seen this before. It's almost like he didn't go anywhere. But wait, there's more. There's more. He died? Oh, he died. Oh. But yeah, that is the hot nonsense that we be talking about. And it sucks. It really fucking sucks. Fix your shit.